having a form of godliness but denying its power, having no, and then it goes, says, the end of 5, have nothing to do with such people. That's the first 5 verses right there in the New International. That's deep. And Dave walks in here with the deal, says, read the book. Read the book. And that today is what's wrong with a lot of people, a lot of churches outside these doors, what we call the boxes, the other places, churchdom, the overwhelming amount of churches. They'll teach you everything, all sorts of cool little stuff, but they won't teach you how to live. They won't teach you how to be holy. They won't teach you how to survive in bad times, and they won't teach you can walk above it. In 08 or so, when the economy crashed so bad, 07, 08, right in there, whatever it was, I'm out there in the desert, and I was with my Jehovah's Witness friend, and we looked at each other and we said, wow, good thing we don't know there's a crash on the economy. What would we do? It's always down. It's always in the dump. You're always, but it's normal. And you go on, and you sell your firewood, you raise your cattle, you go to work in the market, you do whatever you do.
We still pray for him, by the way.
But times are changing. Because we're at the end, and that's where we're at. And it's a time to be sober, paying attention. Where are we going? What are we doing? Make your footsteps count, because most Americans act like there is a tomorrow. There wasn't a tomorrow for paradise. That place got ruined, and it can happen here just as quick. We've talked about that. It could very well be us. Alaska, the earthquake. Interesting thing. USGS posted this. They put up a site of all the earthquakes. The earthquake in Alaska, but all the monitoring stations throughout the Northwest, Hawaii, the seismic stations on all the volcanoes. It had Newberry Crater, it had Mount Hood, it had Three Sisters, it had Kauai, or whatever it is, in Hawaii.
Crater Lake.
Huh?
Crater Lake.
Crater Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Rainier.
Mount Rainier, and it had all the ones in Washington and Oregon. And it showed when the Alaska earthquake 7.0 hit, it rattled everything.
Whoa.
And it all registered on the seismometers, even here in Oregon.
And Mount St. Helens is...
All that stuff. Anywhere there's a thing getting monitored, it registered. And when you had the list by USGS and you look down it, it's all the same time. That baby rattled. Clean to Hawaii, the Kilauea Volcanic Center recorded it.
Wow.
Now, take this a little more personal. I work for a ranch out in Sutherland. And those people have a house, a cabin they call it, near Anchorage, Alaska. And they had company come to them for the last 2 weeks from Alaska. Friends came down and stayed and visited. The earthquake hit and they went back home. This is 2 days ago. She's telling me this. She says the news is not doing justice to what really happened. She said up there in our cabin, they're homesteading somewhere out there, and she said, I've had a bear come in. And she says, it'll just tear you apart. Everything gets tossed. Because the bear comes in, opens all the cupboards, turns everything over, rips up your furniture, just tosses the whole house. And she said, that's what the people's houses look like. The news report shows huge cracks in the road, but can you imagine what it does to the house that's nearby? People are up there without water, they don't have sewage, they don't have electricity, they don't. It destroyed the houses, and her word to me 2 days ago was, it looked like a bear came through.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to her friend's house. Go ahead.
So all the utilities and everything, that's part of the infrastructure.
Yes.
Including the roads and all that. So, so they said, well, nobody died, but it destroyed infrastructure, which takes years to recover from.
And didn't you say that people couldn't get out of their houses?
Yes.
They'd shifted and the windows
she also told me people were trapped in their houses because the whole thing shifted. Your doors wouldn't work, your windows wouldn't work, well, obviously you break a window, but think about it. Your house is destroyed. Pow, just that quick, right there. And now, taking a step closer, there was a 4.2. What was it, hour ahead of that?
Yes.